Welcome to another coding problem breakdown. Today, we are tackling the satisfiability of equality equations. This is a classic problem that tests your ability to model logical relationships using graph theory. It asks a simple but tricky question. Can a given list of equality and inequality constraints exist together without contradiction? Let's define the problem clearly. You are given an array of strings. Each string represents a simple equation, like a equals b or a does not equal b. Your task is to determine if it is logically possible for all these equations to be true at the same time. If there is a contradiction, you return false. If the logic holds up, you return true. To solve this, we need to understand what these symbols really mean structurally. The double equals sign implies a connection. It means two variables belong to the same group or set. The not equals sign implies a separation. It is a strict rule that prevents two variables from being in the same group. We can visualize variables as nodes and these relationships as edges. Here is a valid example. We have a equals b, b equals c, and a equals c. This logic is perfectly sound. Because equality is transitive, if A is connected to B and B is connected to C, then A must be connected to C. All three variables form a single connected group, and there are no rules breaking this. Now look at this impossible scenario. We state that A equals B and B equals C. This logically links A and C together. But then, we have a third rule. A does not equal C. This directly contradicts the chain of connections we just established. You cannot have two variables be both equal and not equal simultaneously. This intuition leads us directly to a graph approach. Treat every variable from A to Z as a node in a graph. The equals operator creates a solid path or edge between nodes, merging them into a connected component. The not equals operator acts as a query or a check. It asks, are these two nodes currently in the same component? The best strategy is to process the information in two specific passes. In pass 1, we act like builders. We ignore the conflicts and focus only on the equality equations to build our connected groups. In pass 2, we act as inspectors. We look at the inequality equations to see if any of them violate the groups we built in pass 1. The most efficient tool for managing these dynamic groups is the union-find data structure, also known as Disjoint Set Union. It provides two fast operations: find, which tells us which group a variable belongs to, and union, which merges two groups together. This is much faster than running repeated breadth-first searches. Let's look at the implementation for the first pass. We iterate through all equations. If we see an equality sign, we convert the variable characters to integer indices. Then, we simply call the union function on those two indices. This effectively wires them together in our underlying parent array. In the second pass, we iterate through the equations again, but this time we look for the not equals sign. For every A not equal to B, we check their roots using the find operation. If find A is the same as find B, it means they are in the same group, which contradicts the inequality. We immediately return false. This solution is incredibly efficient. The time complexity is effectively big O of n, where n is the number of equations. Thanks to path compression in the union-find algorithm, the operations are nearly constant time. The space complexity is O of 1 because we only need a fixed-size array for the 26 lowercase English letters. To wrap up, remember that equality problems are often just graph connectivity problems in disguise. Union find is your go-to tool here. The key pattern is to build the positive truth first, and then validate the negative constraints against it. This two-pass approach makes the logic clean and easy to implement.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.